In 2005, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih asked the Jamaat, Worldwide Ahmadiyya Jama'at, that he would like to have 50% of the members to be Musi by 2008, to be 100 years of Khilafat-e-Ahmadiyya. Did we answer that? I'll give you the number in a minute. And it is very, very sad that we fell way short of that goal, 50%. If we had asked for 100%, we have an excuse. If we had for 90%, maybe we had an excuse. 80%, maybe 70%, 50%, bare minimum. And here is the number. May I, with your permission? Ansarullah Tajneed in USA is kind of little question about it, but I will take the lower number. According to Ansarullah, it is about 3,100 plus, and according to the Jamaat Tajneed, it's about 3,300. But I'll take 3,100 for benefit of doubt. Out of that, total Musis are 843 Ansar. I'll save you the calculation. It is 27%. 11 years after that call, it's 27%. You might come with many excuses. Actually, honestly, Hazur, Hazur did not have to make this call, because this call was made by Hazrat Muhammad alayhi salam 112 years ago. We didn't listen or kind of ignore it. I did. Not, I'm again saying, even though I did my Wasiyyat, but as an individual, Nasser, I have to see that where we stand. And we have to ask ourselves, it's not a reason to feel good. We all have our shortcomings, our faults, our weaknesses. And we think about it, we pray for it, we ask for forgiveness. But then we have to ask ourselves that Khalifatul Masih gives us a call to do something, and we claim that we love you, Hazur, we do everything, the pledge is going to be just repeated again. But when we get a call, we don't follow it. We don't heed to it. We kind of ignore it, not intentionally, I believe, but very casually we listen and we have other things to do. So what kind of sacrifices we are preparing for if we can't bear minimum 10% of our income? Forget about 50% or 100% of loss of life, or dignity, or family. 10% we can't part. For that ultimate sacrifice that we were reminded today in that 1 in 313, we have to do some practice. We have to do some rehearsal. You cannot just do it one day and compete in the final game. He needs lots and lots and lots of exercises. But if you're not doing our daily exercise, don't think the day of competition or day of the final call, we would be ready. We will not be. As simple as that. We need not fool ourselves, and we should not be in any illusions. But this is 27% we stand. Hazur alayhi salam, Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salam wrote a will for us. What is will? It is to follow the progeny, or the people left behind, to act upon what our Father wanted us to do, what He expected us to do, what He wanted us to live our lives. And I will read you the prayers that Prophet alayhi salam did it in Wasiyyat, the will, for those people who will join this scheme. He says, and I pray that God may bless it, and that He may make this very piece of land the Bahishti Maqbara, and make it the resting place of such members of the Jama'at as are pure of heart and who have in reality given precedence to faith over the world, and who have renounced the love of the world and have submitted themselves to God, and have brought about in themselves a holy change, and like the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, have set the example of faithfulness and truthfulness. Ameen, O Lord of the world. Then he says, and I pray again, O all-powerful God of mine, make this piece of land fit for the graves of those of my Jama'at who are pure of heart and who have in reality become yours, and in their deeds there is no adulteration of worldliness. Ameen. And again for the third time, he says, again for the third time I pray, O my mighty God and benevolent God, O forgiving and merciful God, do grant them alone a place for graves here who have true faith in this messenger of yours, and who have no trace of hypocrisy, of selfish motives, and of doubt and suspicions in their hearts. And as faith, obedience deserves to be followed and observed, they follow and observe it for your sake. And in their heart of hearts, they have already sacrificed their lives for you and in your path, and you are pleased with them. And those whom you know to be totally lost in love for you, and those who have with your messenger a relationship of love and devotion based on loyalty, total respect, and enlightened faith. Ameen, O Lord of the world. Now, it's a common thing. We meet each other, we say, pray for me, and it's a good thing. But here, the prophet of God is offering prayer for you, and we are walking away. And basically, if we are not doing Wasiyyat, we are walking away from these prayers. So, I would just request and join our Sadr Sahib and plead that have a moment of reflection. And if we are really sincere in our efforts to be one of 313, to show a bare minimum that we are going to heed the call which is already here and has been here for 112 years, that next time, at this point, 50% of Ansar would be Musi.